Yes, guys, welcome back to Kings of the Bridge for the countdown show. Obviously, we've done the preview yesterday. We're now talking on the countdown. Not long till team news as well. And we're here. We are here, and we're about it. And obviously, I'm joined by Matt, my co-host, as always. How you doing, Matt? Are you all good?
All good. I'm excited for tonight. I'm excited, apart from the news you just told me before on Discord. But other than that, I'm excited.
Yeah, and the famous. I call him the famous because he is the famous on YouTube. For me, he is because he's been around since I've been around, and we've been doing a lot of stuff together. You know, back in the day. Couch Critic is in the building, and he's actually joined us at the beginning, and he has his camera on as well. Big up, Couch Critic.
Hey, man, I figured since I finally get invited to the show, I bully foot my way onto the set. I might as well come correct, like it's been a long time coming still. You love that intro, by the way. Fire.
Yeah.
Like it gets me excited. I got some goosebumps, man,
Yeah.
Perfect thing to see for a cup semifinal right now. Let's get it moving, man.
Yeah, for sure. And we're actually, the intro is actually changing again, isn't it, Matt? Because we're at the end of editing some of the shots in the original intro, so the music won't change, but you're going to see a lot of different clips. I think better.
Well, I think you're going to have to get Maresca out of there first. Yeah.
That's a big reason. That's a big reason why we changed it anyway. But there's some other bits as well that we thought we could improve on. But I think the intro, for me personally, I'm probably biased, but I think we've got probably one of the best intros on YouTube when it comes to
without doubt. Without doubt.
Such a good intro. But listen, guys, big up every single one who's here. I know you're on your way home right now, 5:30 in the UK. You're all probably rushing home to get ready, have your food, sit down and tune in. We're going to be here for a little while, obviously. Game starts at 8 p.m. We've got lots to talk about. Just do me a favor, run up the likes, because I keep saying when you run up the likes, it boosts it, it puts it in the algorithm, it shares it out to everyone, lets them know we're live as well. And yeah, let's get into the thick of it, really and truly. I want to start with Couch Critic on this, because obviously I spoke to Matt yesterday quite briefly about things already. But Couch, we've got a semi-final first leg against Arsenal, a team that we've not really had, you could say, good results in the past against. There's rumours and news around of obviously maybe potentially Reece James not being available tonight. We'll find out and see in probably in the next hour or so. Gusto, Caicedo, Palmer, a number of real important players that we would probably need for a game like tonight against Arsenal. How are you feeling firstly, but also how are you feeling about the game tonight is probably my first question to you.
Yeah, no, a little indifferent about it. It's over 2 legs, so I don't think that we're going to get a full picture of what's going to happen over this first leg. I just think that, on the back of the injuries and the suspensions and all the other stuff, it's important for us to just be compact, keep it quiet, and not open ourselves up, because remember, this is 2 legs. Our better squad will be available to us in the second leg. So for me, I'm just thinking that, obviously you want to go for the win. You want to put together a strong lineup, but you also want to leave yourself exposed so that the second leg just becomes a formality rather than, an opportunity to go on and move on to the final. So it's going to be interesting to see how he sets us up. That's for sure. Like if the rumors are true and, we have a few niggles that are going to keep guys out of the lineup, it's going to be interesting to see how he sets up. I'm a firm believer. I don't think that I've been watching some of the YouTube stuff that people are putting out off the backs of the Charlton game, and so many people are saying that was the tactical switches and it was exactly the same as Maresca. I don't think that there's anything that was different. I'm sorry, I just don't buy into that. I thought that the install, especially because I watched a lot of games from Rosenior while he's at Strasbourg, and nothing that we did against Charlton resembled that. It was much more resemblant of what we saw under Maresca, with minor tweaks here and there, But even with that said, I don't think that we're gonna be able to see a full install anyways, just because he's only had 2 days on the training pitch. He's still getting to know the playing staff. So yeah, what's worked in the past is what he's probably going to rely on. And I would think that today this game is going to be a similar setup to what we've seen in the league game against Arsenal in the past. So I don't think that there's going to be a lot of massive changes in how we play. Yeah, that's one of the things. Yeah, they played closer together. Okay, they played closer together. So what? What did that do for our overall gameplay? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They passed.
I don't think the system's different. I agree with you. I don't think they went out to, when they got rid of Maresca, I don't think they went out looking, and it's been proven, looking for someone that's going to completely give us a system change. I think they were looking for someone that could come in and have the same ideas or sort of the same ideas as what Maresca had, to make it probably easier for the players, but also because they believe in this system. This is what they think is going to work in terms of project moving forward. The instructions are a little bit different though. I would say, like, seeing two of our sixes playing closer to each other when we're transitioning forward is different to playing under Maresca, where yes, Enzo might have dropped back in to support Caicedo, but as soon as the ball goes the other way, he's left on his own and he's on his lonesome in that middle, which we've seen a number of times, if we're not inverting, of course. Yeah,
we'll see how it goes. I don't know if like, again, that Charlton game was a tell as to how we're going to play.
It is
put Toby to sleep, you know. That's
Okay. Yeah, you get me on your white noise machine or something like that.
My girlfriend would be like, "Who's this?" I was like, "Don't worry."
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna know a lot. We're gonna see a little bit more today as to whether or not what that double pivot close to next to each other is actually a result of a tactical switch, or if it was specifically just the way Charlton set up and how it, because we were very narrow. Like, we didn't really play with a lot of width that game. So, and I think that was mainly because of Charlton playing with a back five and playing really, really compact. Like, the space was outside. We didn't utilize it a lot. Anyway, we'll see. I don't want to really focus too heavily on that. I just think that ultimately, I don't think that install was a Rosenior install as much as it was just off the back of Maresca. The squad has been working with this philosophy for quite some time now. You don't want to make too many changes in such a short period of time, especially in a cup knockout. So yeah, we'll see.
Matt, I mean, obviously we spoke yesterday. Obviously we'll get Benji in a second, but we spoke yesterday about how we think it's going to be lined up, and we'll do another lineup in a second, because obviously there might be some news around Reece James not being available today, which makes things a little bit different, I guess, in terms of the setup. But how are you feeling now we're getting closer to the game as well, man? Like, are you feeling a bit of confidence, or are you getting
I mean, if your facts are correct in saying about Reece James, I think I'm a little concerned more from a discipline point of view and more of like a leadership point of view. I think, like, these are the sort of games that you kind of need that togetherness. And yes, I know we were talking before about Cucurella. He does kind of play in these big games, tends to be quite well. Like, he's quite hot-headed. And we kind of need discipline in this game, because they'll play up against that as well. And like, the referees, I'm sure they would as well. In terms of confidence, I mean, I still feel the same though. I feel that Arsenal aren't going to play as strong of a team. Yes, I know they've got good squad depth, and when we did the team lineups yesterday, we were like, "Geez, actually, this is still a really difficult team," and it just shows, unfortunately, how far Arsenal have come in terms of building their squad. But if I could recreate my team again, and I'm hoping that this is the case, that we do see the likes of Esteval playing, we do potentially see whether it is Gittins or Neto on the left. I want to see a bit more of an attacking impetus from us. But yeah, I'm feeling confident. But I think, like Jem said, it is so important that we get a good result at home, because I just don't really see us doing much at the Emirates. So we have to. I think we have to, regardless, win. I think Benji is dying.
You alive?
I think he's dying now. He's in his log cabin.
Are you there, Benji? I like your background, mate.
I'm here. All good.
What's happening? How are you? How you feeling? Chelsea round the corner, maybe Reece James potentially out. We'll see. Like, how you feeling about everything now? The game's close.
First of all, I'm doing amazing, to be honest. Exams going like shit. Not shit, but like shitly fast, like extremely fast. I've been having 8 exams since last week, so it's pretty occupying. But apart from that, I'm ready for today. I believe in my team. I couldn't give a fuck about injuries, to be honest. I believe in the manager. I believe in Benoit.
Selling t-shirts for that.
What?
I believe in Benoit.
I
You
believe
said
in
that because
Benoit.
Crouch is here, didn't you? You said, I
Yeah, I
believe in
did.
Benoit. Yeah,
Yeah, I did.
that's-
What's up, Uncle Couch? Hope you're doing good. But no, like seriously, I believe in us. My focus today is not winning. Well, of course, it's always winning, but I don't really believe we're gonna win. I think we're gonna be a very compact, very good defensive team that's gonna work hard for each other. I think when it comes to the offensive part, I think we might play way more on the counter attack than holding the ball today. And it's going to be very interesting to see how this team is going to stand up to against the best team in the nation, Arsenal, unfortunately. So I think it's going to be a very good game. It's going to test not only the squad but Rosinha as well. So I'm very excited for him. I'm very excited for this team. I'm very excited to see this game. It could either go absolute left or it could be, go in our favor. You never know. It's a coin flip. It's football. So I'm gonna be here supporting the team, unless I see Disasi and Sterling in the team.
yeah.
Unless I don't see that, I'm not really gonna complain too much, and we keep it like that. We move.
Do you think? All right, let me ask Couch this. Rosinha, we're not say not expecting much because we're still waiting to see what he can do. Right, it's still very early doors, like you said, and everything else. But if we were to win tonight, and it was a bit of a masterclass from Rosinha, how would you look at it again? Would you just go again? Yeah, well done. He's mastered him in one game. We still need to move forward. Does it really depend on how he tactically does it and how he sets us up, the in-game management? If he does manage to pull it off, do you think we should be paying a bit more attention to him, should we say? Because again,
we're gonna be forced to pay attention irrespective. Like, he's our manager now. Yeah, I think what you're looking for as far as the answer is, will this change the tone and tenor at the club? Will people start getting behind this guy? Absolutely. I don't think that anything more than winning will cure the toxicity that's been at the club right now. So yeah, if he comes in and he gets a big result against Arsenal in a cup semifinal, don't care what you thought about him before. That's going to be a massive, massive lift that he can build on and help galvanize the club again. So yeah, no, absolutely. This is a big, big game for him. Obviously, the biggest game that he's ever played on his CV. Like, I don't think he's been in any semi. Actually, wait a minute. No, he played in the semifinal.
He played, yeah, it's different.
Yeah, or the final, but he hasn't really managed one. So in terms of like a management position, this is a big one for him. Like, he's gifted the opportunity where he doesn't have to go, like, literally 3 games to a cup. How often do managers walk into a situation where all they have to do is win 3 games or win 1 and then see out the other, and then he's in a cup final? It's a position where you don't see yourselves in very often. Like, even to get to cup finals is difficult. So he's going to have to take it serious. He's going to have to, really put everything that he can into this game, not only because it's an opportunity, but because, like I said before, this is an opportunity to really win over the supporters and give them something to believe in again, right? So yeah, I know I'm not the only one here. Like, we're all jaded about like what's going on at the club right now. There's all sorts of talks about like these, protests and stuff like that. I don't even know what this protest is about. I just don't get it. But irrespective of that, there is a lot of consternation around the club, and in order to just quiet down the noise a bit, wins do that. So we'll have to see where that goes, though.
Big shout out to AJ in the chat before we go as well. AJ, as always, thank you, bro. Appreciate you being here, man. But yeah, go on, Matt.
One thing I'm conscious of, and I'm all for it, is obviously, look, we all, I'm sure, are happy at the moment that the fans are singing these songs about Clear Lake and Igbali. It's all great. It's all good camaraderie for what's coming up with this protest, that we're all venting, we're all on the same line. But I think there has to be a balance, though, because yes, it's the first game at Stamford Bridge, and I guarantee you, if we go down by a couple of goals, it's all going to just get sung together. But there has to be a balance, like we did at Charlton, because it was a good balance of cheering for the team, but also putting your point across. And the only time I actually did like it at Charlton was actually when we went 1 or 2-0 up, and then they really sang, because it was like, oh, right now we are winning. It doesn't matter that we're winning. We're all still against you. But I still believe that, look, I think it's all aiming towards the 17th, obviously, which is the protest, and that's fine. But what I don't want to happen tonight is that the focus from the fans, because let's be honest, at the Bridge, it's never great anyways, the atmosphere, barring maybe a few of the bigger games. But we do need to concentrate on the team to get them a win, because you just got to find the right balance, of course. I mean, look, if we're getting thumped 4-5, whatever, go for it, and that's when you do. But if it's still 0-0 and that's all we're doing, it's just gonna aim. It's just not. I believe it's not the right direction to go.
Yeah, you used a really important word, which is going to lead me into like talking to Benji, and we can all talk about it as well. Is you said balance is the most important thing tonight, but we are missing some of our key players in the team with James Caicedo, Gusto, potentially James, I say Caicedo, Gusto, Palmer, a couple of very important players that really help that balance. One of the things, Benji, that me and Matt done yesterday is obviously we done the team lineups, and I was skeptical of seeing João Pedro playing in that 10. I've said to Couch in the group, you've seen it as well, where I don't think João Pedro is a 10, and every time I have seen him play there, I don't think it necessarily suits his game. I think, and I've said this to you guys on here, I think his best position, if any, will be playing up front and being sort of the leader at the top, playing off people and everything else. But then, he will probably need the likes of Palmer around him and people that are going to create, right? Which is obviously important. But in terms of tonight, there was this talks about Enzo Fernandez. Where does he play? Will he play in the pivot? Will he play as a 10? I said, I think we need to see him, and I think Matt said as well, we need to see him sort of further up in the 10 role, where he's effective and he can hurt Arsenal in behind with his vision on the ball. Now Reece James potentially might not be available. Let's say Reece James isn't available, and it is true what I've heard. What happens? Because we're limited. We haven't got no midfielders. So is it looking like Enzo Fernandez might be dropped a bit deeper tonight to support Santos? And maybe we have to see the likes of João Pedro, because I talk about balance, and I do think with that team, I worry about the balance. I don't know if you agree with me. You're muted, Benji.
Oh shit. To be honest, you need balance in everything. To be honest, I don't really quite disagree with you, because especially when it comes to the team, putting Enzo in the 10 rather than putting him in a double pivot where that's not really his best position. Defensively, I'm talking about more. But if you're just talking about just tracking back and like winning balls, which he is quite good at, and he's gotten much better since he came to the club. Then that's now you find a little bit of a blend and balance to it. So 100% I believe we should be having balance. Now talking about João Pedro in the 10, Rosinha has shown me before, especially if you watch Strasbourg, he showed me before that he can play or he can create a system where you have two strikers. And I'm not really talking about one striker plays the 10. No, I'm actually talking like two striker partnership. That's what we saw with Emega. That's very, very good at running in behind, but also linking deep. And then you have you have Fruit Punch. I'm just gonna call him Fruit Punch. Then you have Fruit Punch. That's a very physical striker that can hold the ball. Played multiple passes to Omega that was, running behind when he was holding up the ball. So I could definitely see something similar with Delap and João Pedro. João Pedro is very good at holding up the ball. Not very good, but he's decent. And, going deep and linking, and then you could possibly see Delap run the channels. That could possibly be it. I think Rosinha is going to be very, very well structured. Rossini is almost everything about balance. That's pretty much how he plays.
Does he overthink? Does he overthink?
No. For some games. Yeah, of course. Yeah. He's human, Jim. Remember, he's human. Yeah. Maresca overthinked against Bournemouth.
That's my point. Again, their inexperience leads them to overthinking maybe in the bigger games where they try to be a little bit clever, maybe, or I'm saying that Enzo Maresca is very good in the bigger games, and he set us up very well. Where he seems to drop points was against the lesser teams, where he's maybe rotated a bit too much, or he's put someone out of position.
Yeah, and that seems to be Rosinha's track when you actually look at how he's been playing against good teams and towards the relegation team, for example. You do see a clear difference. But I've always said it's because you have a different play style in terms of how you play. You don't really play this open, free-flowing way against, someone like a Wolves, but you do that against a City, for example. So, Rosinha still has stuff to learn. But his main thing is just to keep it simple. As we have seen against Charlton. We played very simple. It wasn't really too complicated in terms of how we played. I do expect something very similar, to be honest, against Arsenal. I don't really think it's going to overcomplicate it. He's a great tactician, great coach, great when it comes to man management. He's going to coach the 11 men on the sideline, but as we all say, he can do the work.
Yeah, interesting. Guys, do me a favor. Please make sure you're wearing up the likes. I'd massively appreciate it if you could do that. We've got team news in 50 minutes. Usually, in about 50 minutes time, we'll have the team news, which we'll be analysing right on here as well once that comes out and talking about the lineup. George, big up. Everyone that's coming in slowly and surely. Welcome in, 20 minutes in. I want to go back to what Couch and Benji, more so Matt, want to do with their team lineups, because we obviously kind of done what we wanted to do yesterday, didn't we? But obviously we can have a look at it after. But in terms of like Couch, I mean, how do you see Chelsea setting up tonight? I know it could be a number of different ways, but what would you like to see? But what do you expect Rosenior to do tonight?
Strong lineup. The key to the lineup for me is going to be if Reece James is fit to play. Like that's
okay. Let's say he isn't. Let's just take it out of the equation that what I've heard is true and he isn't available tonight.
Okay. Well, then it's not going to be. It's not going to be a good day. It's not going to be a good day. Anyway, yeah. Okay. So then I think that makes it quite clear who's going to be playing. Cucurella left back. I think we're going to go with Chalobah.
Yeah.
And Fofana.
Okay.
And then or Foden. Yeah, sure. Foden can work. Gusto, right? This is an interesting one too.
Gusto's out.
Gusto's out?
Yeah, his Gusto's out as well, mate. We've got
Gusto's out.
Yeah, so
it's got to be Josh, isn't it? Or could it be Chalobah right back and then another Badia
Lord, no. Lord.
And then Badia Shield. Benji, you can't be saying no. Yeah, look,
no. Not as a right back. But the thing is, I know how much Rosenior loves. But the thing is, I do know how much Rosenior loves the wing back. So if we went with a back three, right? For example, we went with a back three. You have two midfielders. Cuckoo becomes like a wing back, right? Or it could be Neto on that side. Whatever works. I think it would be Cuckoo and then Neto would be like a right wing back. Working hard. I could see that. That's actually a very big possibility to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that we can still set it up that way, and it doesn't have to be like a back of the five system.
No, we can play it down.
You just got to give Neto the instruction to track back, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah,
Santos and Enzo in it, right? Yeah. Let's be serious. And then what
do you do? People in the chat did say about Asugo.
He ain't gonna be back in. No way is he gonna start.
Well, he made the bench last game, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's not.
I don't think he's starting, but I think he can probably give us a couple minutes, maybe. Like I would hope.
Yeah. I think he's good for a good 10-15 minutes to play. I think it's
good. Nice to see him, that's for sure.
Well, the truth is, our barring Palmer, the attack is all available. We're only missing Palmer, which is our most important.
Yeah.
But who are you going with? There's a lot of options.
I wouldn't discount the potential for having
Don't say it. Don't say it.
No. Uncle Couch, please. Let's just skip that one.
Lucky.
It's not out of the realm, is what I'm saying. It's not out of the realm. More than likely what you're gonna see is I don't even like it. Pedro in the 10.
Okay. Something I don't like seeing personally, as you know. But yeah, go on.
Estaval on the right, Neto on the left.
You think Estaval starts tonight? That's the other one, isn't it? And then Delap up front, right?
Yeah, more than likely.
No Mark Gill. 8 goals in 9 games.
But again, I don't think that that's a lockdown. I still think that there is an outside chance we might see that Bonanotte guy in the 10.
No,
I mean, if that happens, it's pretty damning
Nah.
as well, Pedro, isn't it? Though, I mean, if that
it is,
is the case and Facundo starts,
yeah.
I mean, that kind of
Nah.
really.
The thing is, I do see where Uncle Cash is coming from, but the fact is, I look at it this way. I
Go.
believe we have 3 strikers now. I think Giu is gonna be reintegrated into the squad. No, I'm solely talking about because we've all heard about Rosinha pressure, intensity. It's all about the running, and now he has the young guys. I'm not saying Giu is gonna start. I'm just saying Giu would be a legit option off the bench, right? For someone like a Delat, for example. And then I think João Pedro would be more considered as a 10 sometimes if we do play Delat in that in that sense. So maybe 2 official strikers, but 1 striker can also play 10. If you do need some more physicality and more energy, then you do have 1 extra striker that's always available on the bench, who would be Marguerite. That's pretty much how I see it.
Well, what would you change about it though, Benji? Would you be a lot of the same as Couch, barring obviously probably?
I very much trust Achimpong. I do. I very, very much trust Achimpong.
Especially after the 2 games, and this again comes personally, but the last 2 games I've seen him at right back, I think he's been pretty shit.
Well, listen. I expect him to be somewhat rusty and in and out. Pause. Up and down. That's what I expect from him. He's 19, so I expect him to be a little bit rusty. He doesn't really have experience like someone like an Esteval, or someone like a Hato. There's clear difference. But I expect him to improve. That's what I expect him. I expect him to go 100% out and always fight and go do your job and do your best. That's what I expect from a 19-year-old. To just go and do your best and have fun out there. To be honest, I always forget to have fun when I play sports. But the only times I play at my best is actually when I'm having fun. Yeah, losing sucks sometimes, but if you're playing good and you're having fun out there, that's the most important thing. So the only thing I wouldn't do is starting Esteval. I think Esteval is so good to see. I would rather have Esteval for now as an X factor.
Wait a sec.
Who
starts this game then for you?
I would put Neto on the right, and I would actually trust Gittins this time instead of Garnacho. I think Gittins had a very, very good cameo, in my opinion, against Charlton or whatever they're called.
That's not even something you can measure, though, man.
No. Yeah, for sure. But I'm just talking about in the terms of, I would really, really like to see Gittins. How would you do? Because I've always said you don't really start Neto and Garnacho, even though they are our best wingers in terms of stats and stuff. I'd rather have 1 working horse and then 1 more, a little bit more technical. If you want to go Neto and Esteval, I really don't mind. I would just like to see Esteval off the bench, just against tired legs, because with all that technicality against Arsenal, hopefully we're somewhat at a 1-1 when he comes in. So he's at a constant threat all the time. And of course, we need some help on the right back position because Josh, as you know, he's been stinking out the place for 2 games. That's exactly why I would go Neto as a right wing and then Gittins on my left wing.
What can we expect from Arsenal, Matt? Like, obviously, it's all right talking about how we're going to line up, but we've watched enough of Arsenal and how they've played under Arteta this season. And one thing's for sure, they're going to be defensively strong, right? Off the ball, they're going to get behind and try and stop and break up our plays. But what do we need to do well to stop them from what they're good at doing?
Just gotta. I know it's like a really easy thing to say. It's just concentrate. Like, if we look at the goals we conceded, especially in the last game, it was just like a slight lapse in concentration on allowing a runner to come in. So Fofana kind of fell slightly asleep. Cucurella could have pressed a bit quicker to get onto the cross. I think, as we all know, Arsenal are so strong at set pieces that we need to be strong in that, be disciplined. So if Garnacho is playing, watch your bloody man. Like, don't just ball watch. And it's it's, I know it's an easier thing said and done, but it's just, we've got to just concentrate at really the vital points, especially in those set pieces. And I know Matt, who is a Arsenal fan, I think he was going to potentially come on in a second from like an opposition view, but it'll be interesting to see what he feels is kind of Arsenal's strongest points this season. But they're strong, they're just durable. They're just a really durable team who are just very disciplined. They know their roles well. They've got immense squad depth. Every player, as soon as they come on the pitch, knows what they have to do. And it just seems like they're just this team this season who just somehow know how to get a goal when they need it. And it's just something that we've just not been able to do for a long time. And it's just frustrating because we could be completely on top and then just not get a goal. Then all of a sudden we concede. So yeah, I think for us it's concentration. I know it's an easy thing said and done, but it is just, we just got to concentrate, especially in those set pieces, because I think man for man, we're actually okay with them. It's just when we at set pieces, I think.
And just to let you know, potentially Reece James potentially might be out. That's what I've heard. But yeah, I know you're confident still on 2-1. And listen, it's a hard one to judge, right? When you've got so many important players out. Don't get me wrong, but it is a cup game. The one thing I will say is it's a semi-final. It's a cup game. Will Arsenal come with strength? Will they start a strong lineup? I think they're, if it's not their A, their B team's still pretty strong anyway, isn't it? To be quite honest with them, their depth's pretty good. To be fair to it, so either way, it's going to be a challenge. I don't know. For me, I still worry about the attack couch. I really do, and I think it's more from the fact of taking the opportunities, because we might have some good opportunities tonight, and they might be limited. Yes, it's Arsenal and whatever else, but like it's just, can we take the opportunities when we need to? Because I don't see Arsenal playing us off the pitch. Do you? I don't think it's gonna be that type of game where
it's never really like that. Like the odd game, like where you have, what's his name? What was that kid that played right back that time when we lost 5-0? What was this? Can't even remember the kid's name.
And I've got his picture in my head as well. The Gilchrist.
Ooh. Gilchrist, there we go. Alfie Gilchrist, there you go.
Yeah.
Like, this is the odd game where you have those situations, but more often than not, these games are very, very tight, very, very tight. So it's a knife edge, right? Like, but you're right. I'm not 100% confident in what we have attacking wise either. I don't think that Delap has shown us enough. Even in the recent performances, to suggest that he's he's going to be able to best the likes of Gabriel, Saliba if he plays. I know he's a risk or something like that. He's at risk not play, but it's just again, this is one of the more formidable defenses that the Premier League have provided in years, and I don't know if what we have in the attacking sense right now is good enough to, get in positions where they can pierce that back line. Like we struggle against teams like freaking Bournemouth and stuff like that to find the back of the target. So when you think of the most formidable defense, it's going to be difficult. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Couch, that the especially Arteta, who'll be drumming it into them, saying as soon as Delap makes any contact, make more out of it. You just know it's going to happen. And we just hope that we're going to see the Delap, which we kind of saw more at City, where it was more, I would say, the correct side of aggression. I know he had that bit of kind of to do at the end, but what we don't want is going up in the air, silly fouls, and then he's already got a quick yellow, because they'll be straight onto that, and Delap won't be he won't be in the game either. So I think you're right with that. If Delap has struggled against Bournemouth, are we going to see it again? But out of the two being up front at the moment, I think I would probably prefer Delap. I just think Joao gets slightly isolated. He wants to come deep and kind of interlink in playing, whereas I think Delap is, he can kind of hold the line a little bit more, I think. So it'll be interesting to see. Out of all this, Mark Guéhi might start playing. We don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one to predict the lineup. Like I said, we don't know if Reece James is out or if he is available. That will change quite a lot for me. If he is around, then I think we have a bit of a different lineup. I think we have a 3-man midfield with Enzo being pushed into the 10 role. I still think Josh plays right back there. I don't see Reece James playing right back tonight. I don't know if you guys agree. I think it'd be more of a midfield role that he will play.
Yeah.
I think from a physicality point of view, Reece is ridiculously been a monster in midfield, and he's a monster at right back. But either or positions. I mean, at the moment, I quite prefer him in the midfield at the moment. I think he's doing amazing there. So yeah, it'll be a massive dent if he's not in the starting lineup for sure.
It'd be interesting too, because does Rosenior actually value Reece James in the midfield? Does he see him that way, right? Because right now we're basically relying on what Maresca has done and how he's used Reece in the past, right? And when we're talking about these little tweaks and stuff like that, I think that what most people are talking about is seeing people played in their preferred roles or all these other things, or like, I don't know. I'm more inclined to think that he might see Reece James as a right-sided center back and a right back rather than an inverted fullback. I don't know. But we'll see. Like, I guess we will see. I think that
it does limit because we haven't got enough midfielders, Couch. It does limit the fact that we might have to put him there, right? So, I know Isugu's back in the team, but he's not.
I mean, he's not. He's not. It's not unforeseen for him to play with a back five, though, right? So if you play Reece James, actually, Cucurella's not available. I keep forgetting. Or not Cucurella, Gusto. Is Gusto definitely out? Is that the vibe?
Yeah, Gusto's got a hamstring issue at the moment, apparently. So a bit of a hammy issue.
Okay.
It's not serious, but he's still recovering from it as well.
Yeah, the roles are going to be limited here.
Just seen an absolute horrible kit. He's even come on in his kit as well.
Bro, I always wear my kit on every match day.
Jesus Christ.
It's a tradition.
Matt, here comes the north side, shall I say, in Arsenal, and Matt representing Arsenal. I mean, we've been talking about the fact that we might not have Reece James, Matt, today, which could be interesting. I'm not sure if it's 100% true, but we'll find out very shortly. What are you expecting from your team, mate? Because you've been a little bit, I wouldn't say poor, but you haven't really been playing well, have you, of recent anyway? So, well, what are you expecting from your team and your team lineup as well? Because you've got a couple of injuries as well, haven't you, for your team?
Yeah, we're just sort of scraping past games, I would say. Obviously, the Liverpool game last week was, a bit of an off day for us. We got caught at the wrong time. Luckily, we didn't lose, of course, because we could have easily lost that game. But sort of heading into this game, I'm sort of expecting Kepa to remain as goalkeeper. There was doubts about Saliba, but confirmed by hand of Arsenal, he's in the matchday squad. That doesn't mean he's, he will start, but I expect the back line would be Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Lewis Skelly. And the midfield kind of picks itself in Rice, Odegaard, and Zubamendi.
You're going strong.
Front. Yeah. I'm going strong because this trophy means quite a lot to Arsenal. I mean, it may not seem like it because obviously it's just the League Cup, but we've only won it like twice or three times in our entire history. We haven't won it for about 30 years. And
we all know why.
And I think if we win this trophy, it may propel the team to get to the checkered flag for the Premier League. It may give them that boost that they need. So I want us to go quite strong. Because
who signed up front for you? Did you say?
It's tricky because all three are very questionable. But I would start Gyökeres because I don't want Jesus to start playing week in, week out, and he gets re-injured. Because I think we need to manage him quite carefully. And with Kai Havertz, we need to manage him even more carefully because he's just come back. So I think Gyökeres kind of has to start, really.
Yeah. What about Marino?
Marino, I don't really know what happened to that experiment because he's actually done quite well up front, last season and this season. I don't really know what's going on with him. He hasn't really started up front ever since Gyökeres has, come back from his injury from a couple of months ago. He's not really played in that 9 position. but I would go with Saka, Gyökeres, and Trossard, who was a doubt, but again is in the matchday squad. I would go with that starting line. But if Jesus starts, then I would like Martinelli to start with him because their chemistry is very, very good.
Are you even more confident here in the fact that potentially Reece James might be out? We know Gusto's out. We know Caicedo's out. We know Palmer's not playing. There's a lot of like key players that are important to Chelsea if we are going to win on days. Do you feel a bit more confident as an Arsenal fan that obviously they're not around? And when you look at what we could potentially put out, it could be quite inexperienced in a way, maybe a little bit,
Yeah, look, Caicedo being suspended is a massive blow to you because he's your starting 6. Very, very top player. And Reece James, if he isn't available, that's another big blow because if you had Reece James in the middle, I don't think Chelsea fans would be too worried the fact that they don't have Caicedo. Yes, you would be worried, but like I think that kind of eases the concerns a little. Yeah, exactly. And he's back for the second leg, I believe, anyway.
Yes.
So if Reece James doesn't play, that is kind of a big blow. And I think I would feel a little more confident winning that midfield battle even more. I'm expecting to have a lot of the ball this game. I don't think I can never say his name. Rosenver?
Rosinha.
I don't think Rosinha will be risking playing on the front foot because he knows he's got a trip to the Emirates in a couple of weeks. And I think what he will probably do is try and not lose the game, but sort of what Arteta's going to do. So I think, personally, it's going to be like a 1-1, like a draw, because I think both managers don't want to lose this game. Because if I had another manager that isn't Arteta, I probably would think he would go for the win. But Arteta is a sort of manager that likes to be quite cautious. And only goes for the win if he knows he can batter them. That's personally what I think it will be. I don't think we're going to win, but I don't think we're going to lose, or at least I hope.
Benji, how do we hurt Arsenal?
As I said before, I don't expect us to have the ball at all. I want to go on a counterattack. When we have very, very pacey attackers, and that's the area we're gonna hurt them the most. What Arsenal does very good at, in my opinion, is defending out wide. They always leave a massive gap in the middle, and I've always said if we can experience that gap with the 10s and they can create something, I very much believe we can hurt them. Maybe not score, but I think we can, cause some damage and irritate that back line a little bit. So for me, go ahead, have the ball. Just because you have the ball doesn't mean you win the game. I've always been saying that. But Matt is 100% right when it comes to being touchy, like with the game. I don't really think Arteta wants to win this game. I think he really wants to win at the Emirates. I think if we allow Arsenal to win today, we all know Arteta. He's just gonna go the most defensive setup ever, and just say, "Hey, go ahead, break us down, and just go on a counterattack." And
that's our weakness.
Pretty much. So it's gonna be a very tactical but non-tactical game, if you know what I mean. Both of them are going to be very, very like, hey, don't over push, don't overstep. We all know Arsenal loves set pieces, and Matt didn't even speak about that, but the set pieces is also another thing. So
yeah, we've been practicing them against Portsmouth.
Yeah.
They got rinsed.
That's what I mean. So
the worst set piece record in the championship. So they got exposed. Yeah, they're terrible. They're kryptonite, so you can tell.
You know what I think will be a key player for Chelsea is Esteval if he starts, because I think if Esteval starts, I'm not comfortable with Lewis Skelly at left back. I think I'd go Timber at left back and then White at right back. But I think he will be a key player in this game.
Because Matt, you said, did you say what was your back line, Matt? Again, you said, because I predicted yesterday, because I know Ben White tends to play in more the cup games now on the right.
Yeah.
So do you think because he played against Portsmouth that he won't play tonight, and it definitely will be Timber?
I think Timber plays in some capacity. I just don't know what position. It really depends. But I can see Ben White playing in back-to-back games because I think he came off early, or did he play a full 90? Was it Gabriel who came off? Let me have a look.
It's another thing as well with Kai Havertz. He does tend to annoyingly get a goal against us as well.
I don't think he will play at all. Like, he'll probably be on the bench, but I don't think he will come off the bench.
I think Madueke's got something to prove as well. Not necessarily you just know how Chelsea are a charity FC. They could come up with goal. Any ex-players always seem to score against us.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Noni starts because he had a good performance against Portsmouth. Yes, he missed a penalty, but he had a good performance against Portsmouth. Encouraging performance. He's actually been quite decent for us, I can't lie. But will he bench Saka? Probably not, because Saka didn't even play at the weekend, so he'd probably be raring to go. And I don't think he would be ahead of Trossard or Martinelli on Martinelli's current form, as he, bagged a hat trick at the weekend. I'd be tempted to play Martinelli on the left, seeing as he has a hat trick, and to just keep that confidence sort of going. But I'm just looking at it right now, and White came off at the 70th minute, so he might play. Again, Timber came on for 20 minutes. Again, I just think he will start, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can't see Timber not starting.
Yeah, we haven't got long to team news. I think it's either going to be in 20 minutes or half hour. If you guys check the private chat, you'll see, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
If that's what or not. But yeah, listen, and I'll throw this at Couch, actually. This is a question I got to Couch. What type of Chelsea do you want to see tonight in terms of how, based on what we've seen in the past? I know it's very hard because Rafinha's only been here for one game, but do you want to, because you hear Benji and others say, for example, that, they think we're going to play on the counter and we're going to concede a lot of the ball. I think maybe the opposite. I think we're going to play more as a possession-based team and try and dominate the possession and try and break them down with some sort of through balls, maybe from Enzo or Santos, maybe a bit further forward. How would you like to see it is the question. How would you like to see us play against Arsenal out of the two?
Yeah, I just think that we need to remain compact. Don't go all willy-nilly, allow the game to get stretched. I think that we have to go back. This is a cup semifinal, and how you play a cup semifinal is that you want to take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to you, but you also don't want to concede too many. So being compact and being tough to play through, being tough to break down is the key for me. There's going to be opportunities. We're going to have to take them. But for the most part, I think that what we're going to have to do is remain patient and wait for the opportunities to present themselves rather than trying to initiate them and look for, open up spaces for them to exploit. I don't think that we're going to be playing on the counter. I don't. I think that we're going to be looking to be more the protagonist. I think that that's what Rosenior wants to do. But in the pursuit of being the protagonist in the game, you just can't leave yourself open and susceptible to counterattacks and, just be naive in your approach to the game. I think the spaces between the defenders and the midfielders and the forwards shouldn't be anything more than what we saw at Charlton. Like, I'm talking about 5 to 10 meters in between those lines, and just remain compact and wait for opportunities.
I agree with you. So you think it needs to be a bit of a balance, really,
Absolutely.
in how we approach it, which I agree with you. I think we have to play with a bit of a, when we're not on the ball, we have to get behind the ball and we need to, cover the spaces. I do think with Arsenal, though, Matt, and you'll probably be able to answer this watching them against teams, that when you close the spaces in behind and you get players behind the ball, I feel like Arsenal struggle to have any sort of rhythm or tempo to their game. They would rather you come out and try and get at you, so the spaces are there, so you can play the balls into the pockets and get the balls over the top to Martinelli or whoever. Do you know what I mean? Or Saka.
Yeah.
And obviously, Gyökeres, if he is playing, is going to want to be around space. And if Gyökeres does start, I think the first thing we have to do is just make sure there's no space for him to even run into. Do you know what I mean?
Correct.
So I would want to see. I agree with Couch. I'd want to see a balance. I wouldn't want us to just be sort of fully conceding the possession and just sitting back every time and not really pushing forward unless we go fully together and all that bollocks. I want to see us press when we need to press, but defend when we need to defend. And kind of, if you're going to go, then you go for it together rather than, not and stuff. So this is all down onto Rosenior, really, Matt, isn't it? It's about Rosenior getting the balance right as well. I've got 2 Matts on now, just clocked. So I'm going to have to say CFC, Matt. And CFC, Matt. I mean, it's about Rosenior getting the balance right tonight, whoever starts.
Yeah, I think the thing is for Rosenior as well, like I think Couch was saying, this is probably his biggest game that he's ever managed. Not just the being in a semi-final of an English cup. It's the opposition. It's the level of players you're playing against. I don't think under Strasbourg, I mean, I know maybe PSG, but this is going to be a very tough game for him, and it'll be very interesting to see what approach he does go for, whether it is going to be a bit more defensive minded or is it going to be a bit more, like you're saying, a bit more of a mixture together. So I think what's so hard for us is that I understand, obviously, Couch and maybe Benji have watched a lot more of Strasbourg and how they play, but for someone like myself who hasn't, and I'm completely raw to it and seeing what we did against Charlton, it's really hard to just go off that one game. So it's just going to be very interesting to see, firstly, the lineup, how we set up, and then, kind of from there, really thinking, well, how are we going to play against, let's say, the bigger teams in the league going forward this season. So
Joey doesn't seem confident. This is Rosenior ain't doing shit and you guys are tweaking bad. Well, this is what we're here to do, Joey. We've got to talk about what if we can, how we can, and what we can't. Sit here doom and gloom like maybe other channels and talk about how shit we are and everything's the end of the world. That's not how we do things here, bro. You should know this. You've been watching my channel long enough. We try and cover both angles of what we think could possibly happen. And I do think either way, whatever the team lineup's out now, I think Arsenal's is going to be the strongest. I think on paper, Arsenal are going to have the stronger team than us tonight.
I just completely put my prediction out the window because I thought you guys weren't going to, I thought you were going to be focusing more on the league. So the fact that Matt's saying, the first thing Matt said was, oh no, we're really serious about this. We're going to go for it. It's made me really kind of question now definitely what the lineup is, because obviously
I'll put the lineup in the private chat.
Yeah. But again, I don't know how true it is. Obviously, we'll find out. I'm not too sure how correct this person is, but this is what we've heard. Hopefully, Reece James is in the team. Hopefully, we get a Gusto in and stuff, whatever. But yeah, we just have to see in about 15 minutes time, which is not long now. 15 or half hour. With the cup games, it's usually an hour before, isn't it? With the cup games, and it's like an hour. And
it's kind of a weird
way of doing it. But we are holding the belt, bro. Listen, it's possible. We could be sitting here after the games, 2-3-0 behind. Yeah, I don't think so, because the reason I say that is because Chelsea of recent in the bigger games seem to just turn up. They kind of get themselves up for it. And it doesn't really matter if we've got 10 men, 11 men, whatever. We seem to find a way to not lose, whether it's a draw or a win is a different story. But we just find a way not to lose. We kind of like dig in deep. These are the type of games that I tend to not worry about in terms of like, will they be up for it? Because if it was Maresca or Rosenior, I think the players would just be up for this game. It's a home game again. If you can't be up for a home game against Arsenal in a semi-final of a cup, then generally, what's the point? You might as well just go home. Do you know what I mean? I'm
just looking at your 11 in the FA Cup. You guys went well strong.
That was strong?
Yeah, Caicedo.
No, that's not strong, Brendan.
Well, that was because Caicedo wasn't playing, though, wasn't it? Do you know
of course. Yeah. Good point. I mean, you battered Charlton, to be fair. 30 shots, 16 on target. No big chances.
My bet is probably going to be on... If Madueke was playing, I'd have put it on Madueke all day. But,
he went right through Madueke in that game. Yeah.
It's going to be Rose. I guarantee.
I don't think so. I think it'll be Zubimendi. Even Zubimendi had a little bit of a thing going on last game where Zubimendi was just following him everywhere because he was further up the pitch. So we'll see. We will see. I don't know who the refs are and stuff tonight. Does anyone even know? Is it the ball fraud or
it's Simon Hooper as ref and Jared
I think
Gillett
it's
is
all
on
three of them,
VAR.
isn't it? I think it's all three ball fraud.
We've had Jared Gillett for 5 games now, either on VAR or refing. Just rather we get a mix, to be honest.
They're all balls.
Yeah.
I can't really say that, could I? Every ref's pretty much bald, I think, yeah. Fair play. Havertz getting it if he plays. I don't know.
I don't think he'll play, to be honest. He got some decent minutes at the weekend. He got what,
Like 15 minutes or something.
yeah, and he's come back from a lengthy injury, so I don't think he'll be on the bench, of course, or he might not be. But I don't think he'll play, like, at all.
I'm just I can't even say. I want to talk about other things, but I can't talk about. So I'm kind of just waiting for the teams to be announced, so we can obviously get into things and obviously see what the lineups are. But
Who do you guys think is our most dangerous player for you personally?
Gabriel,
Really? Fair enough.
yeah, because
I had this debate at work.
your defenders are attackers, so corners, isn't it?
I had this debate at work, right?
Gabriel
And they were basically saying to me, Declan Rice is your best player this season, but I disagree. I think Gabriel's been our best player this season, but I think Declan Rice is our most important player this season.
Yep.
Would you agree on that?
I think especially Gabriel has played this season. I'd say Gabriel personally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I would say. I mean, from
Gabriel's your best defender. He's better than Saliba.
From this season to last season to say he's been your most outstanding. I think if Gabriel goes out the team, I think he'd be more concerned than Rice.
See,
Yeah.
I disagree with that because I think Rice is our most important player. So if he goes out of the team, I'm worried. If Gabriel goes out of the team, I'm not worried, but I'm worried about set pieces in that we have nothing on set pieces, basically.
What's this stat on Saka as well that I'm seeing in regards to since November? He's only only scored 4 goals, or is it he's
Since
only scored 4
November?
goals since November. I see people talking about it. Let's have a look at it. Let me find it. It was actually Lee Gunner. It was your own fan cussing your star boy.
Nothing changes there.
Lee Gunner.
He's got 7 goals this season, 4 in the Premier League.
Yeah, he's got 4 in the Prem, but
Yeah.
all of them were before November. So I think that's what he meant.
Hold on.
Yeah, I don't think he's scored since November, which is crazy.
No, hold up. Yeah, no, you're right. No, no,
Is it
hold up.
him?
Wait. He scored against Brentford, which was in
His last goal
December.
was against West Ham, I think it was, wasn't it?
No. His last goal was against Brentford, and I was at that game, and it was 3rd of December.
Oh,
Okay, so since the beginning of December, he's scored since then? Nothing. We're
No.
into February.
Reece is out, Jem, I think.
But he's had 4
I
assists.
do.
So.
Let's go and have a look. Let's go and have a
Right,
look.
Is Reece James actually out?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, guys, I didn't want to break it to you, but it seemed like, I don't know. He's tweeting someone. He hasn't confirmed it. He's just tweeting the breaking news that no Reece James in the Chelsea squad, no Palmer too.
For the sake of England, I hope that they're just managing Reece James. I don't want him to have an injury because he's going to be so crucial for England in the World Cup. Like, same with Palmer too. Just get this surgery. Palmer needs to get this surgery like sooner or later. Sooner rather than later.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Matt, you're talking like a Chelsea fan. To be fair, I mean,
No,
we
I'm just being real. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
Palmer has the
that
same
he's not-
injury as Smith Rowe, and we got him the surgery, and he slowly got back to himself, but we just couldn't risk it, so that's why we sold him on. And I'm not saying Palmer's going to be like that, but the longer that he doesn't have this surgery, the worse this injury is going to get, because
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Since he's been back, he looks like he's been injured the whole way
Yeah,
through.
I agree.
And we've all spoke about this obviously when he got the injury at the start, and we were just all saying it's collectively that he should be getting the surgery immediately, whether
Yeah.
or not it's because it's a refusal, whether it's that he doesn't want the surgery himself, whether it's that the medical staff believe that it's just more a rehabilitation program to do so. I mean, now looking at it, he should have got the surgery because really it's been very impacting on our team, especially from an attacking front. The fact that you've got Enzo Fernandez, who, let's be honest, we've not really brought him in to be our highest scoring player. Jem, is he one of the highest scoring? Is he the highest scoring with Joao Pedro?
Him and Joao Pedro are our top goal scorers this season.
And how reliant we have been on Palm. I mean, Toby the other day got some stats up that when we were under Pochettino at this point the previous season, under 21 games, he got 14 goals. So
Yeah,
it's a huge chunk gone. And I think you're right. I mean, I think his chance of getting in the World Cup squad now, I think, is very low. I think
he should have had the surgery straight after Club World Cup. That's when he should have had it. Because yes, he would have missed the start of the season, but it wouldn't have been that of a dramatic thing because it's like it would only be the start of the season. That would be the ideal time for him to have had that. And just really quickly, the lineup that I got sent was by Team News and Ticks, by the way. So he should be very accurate.
Esteval, hello, Mr. Pies. How are you, brother? Hope you're well. Good to see you in the chat as always, bro. It's not looking good, bruv, from what I've seen and heard. Just seen your tweet on Reece James as well, which sucks.
Does that surely mean Esteval starts, right? That's basically guaranteed Esteval starts.
You would hope that Esteval starts, right?
Oh, that's nailed on. That's nailed on.
Yeah.
Anyhow, fellas, I gotta run.
Couch, thank you for popping in, mate.
Yeah, every time, man. Let's get
try and get on the previews. It'd be good to get you on the reaction show as well. So
yeah, let me know, man. Let me know what's going on.
Sounds good, man.
All
No
right,
worries, bro. Thank you, mate. Take care. Is James out or on the bench? That's a good question. I don't know.
Reece James.
I think he's probably in the squad. I
think it means he's.
Team is fun, but I don't think it's that solid. Yeah, I mean, looking at the Arsenal team, mate, that Matt's just shared with us as well. I mean, we could just say it, Matt, can't we? Because it's the Arsenal team.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Kepa, White, Saliba, Gabby, Timber, Rice, Zubi, Odegaard, Saka, Victor Gyökeres, and Trossard. So that is, I'm not going to lie, that is a pretty strong. Arsenal
I'm now
team.
looking at it, right, and I'm saying if we don't come away with a win, I'll be disappointed. Because
you said you were going to get a draw.
Well, yeah, but that was on the basis that Reece James would be playing. But if he's not playing, then I'm confident of winning that midfield battle, and I'll be disappointed if we don't come away with like a 1-0 win or something like that. But I'll still take a draw, but I'll just feel that it would be a missed opportunity for a win.
Is that the official team for Arsenal? Well, I don't know, Matt. You can answer that question. I don't know if that's
what Team News and Ticks has shared.
Are they quite as an account or not?
Yes.
Oh, they are. Okay. So
him and Hand of Arsenal are basically like top tier for Arsenal.
Okay, there you go. So Kepa's in goal. We got a chance.
Long shot, please.
Kepa's in goal. Guys, just shoot 30 yards out, 10 yards out. Maybe he'll do that one against Ajax. Remember when Ziyech hit the post and it hit him in the face and went in? Something like that. I
always remember the Palace one where Zaha scored almost from the halfway line and he just Yeah,
it's mad. Trossard, that's the one other player I worry about. I know people
It's
go
Gusto playing.
No, well, I don't think so. From what we're hearing. Check Kieran Gill. I don't know. Kieran Gill. Let's have a look at Kieran Gill. Oh, what's this? Con. Why has Con's thing popped up? Get out of my face, Con.
Con's always.
He's at the game, Connie boy. Yeah, he's at the game. Reece James has arrived at Stamford Bridge with the Chelsea squad on their team bus. Say
that again.
Reece James has arrived with the squad on the team bus.
If he's not in the squad, and that's by
He could just be on the bench, right? It doesn't mean that when you say, because we don't know whether I wasn't sure whether he's available or he's on the bench.
yeah, but
or
normally if you say that he's not in the squad, that usually means he's not in the match day squad,
yeah.
meaning he won't be on the bench. He might be the extra man, to be fair, but
Yeah.
that's very unlikely.
Guys, over 70 people in the building. Make sure you're hitting the likes buttons. We've got the announcement, I think, soon in about 5 minutes. I hope so. If not, it's going to be in the next 20 minutes, one of the two, on the actual team lineups for Chelsea. We'll let you know as soon as it comes out. He travels with the team regardless. He's captain. That's true. That is also true as
That
well.
is true, and that brings me to my next question. Did Reece James play at the weekend?
Did he play on the weekend? No.
No,
He didn't come off the bench.
I don't think.
No, I don't think he did. He was injured.
Then that
He's
raises
not-
the question: has he got an injury?
I
Or
think
is it just managing?
Yeah, I think there's an issue with load management. I think he's overplayed a little bit. I don't think he's injured. I just think they're being very, very, very careful with him now.
That's
Do you
fair
know what I
enough.
mean?
Yeah.
But then you'd think a game like this, you'd want him. You know, he would be.
That's why you've rested him, right? To be able to be in these sort of games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I sent this on X, and I got a lot of stick from Chelsea fans. I said, if Reece James is unable to play, 2 or 3 games a week, he's been injury free for what, a year now? Would you say?
Over a year, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So if he can't play more than 2 or 3 games a week, he's becoming borderline not reliable. And would you say, if Real Madrid offered you 80 million,
No.
would you take it? You wouldn't.
He's too fundamental for us. I think from
That's
I think saying that he's unreliable. I think the difficulty is with him is that when he's on the pitch, how much he transforms Chelsea, being in that team, regardless of whether he's right back. He could be a number 10 for all. He's the best player on the pitch. I wouldn't take any money for him whatsoever.
I can see why Pies has tweeted it, because your guy that at the team news of Tix has said no James or Palmer, obviously no Caicedo for Chelsea. That was 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So now because they've seen him on the bus, it's I don't know. People saying Pies has deleted his tweet, which is interesting.
Has he?
Well, I don't know.
I'm wondering if that's because he's probably going to say Reece James is with the squad but not starting.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he's going to be on the bench then.
I hope so. I hope Reece James is starting.
Yeah.
I hope it's not like it's saying, Joe. I hope it's true. Check Pies retweet. Check Pies' retweet.
What did he retweet?
Stitched up something.
No. Oh, I can't show that.
Oh, so okay. So Team News and Tick said he only meant 11. No idea about squad.
Okay.
So James isn't in the 11 basically, or Norris Palmer.
That's why he's deleted it. Oh, okay. So the guy. Okay. So he made
on Impact sub. Mr. Unreliable is going to get the winner.
It should be anytime soon. Now we've got 2 minutes.
Probably go at 10-2 on my side, but I'll be back.
Yeah. We won't be on too much longer anyway. I just want to get the team news and then we'll go through it and then we'll call it.
I got to go get food when the team news comes out.
Yeah, you can
Going format.
I can't have anything like too big because like I can't have a burger
You get
because
nervous.
no because I've got a sore mouth at the moment,
Oh, fair enough.
so I can't open it as wide. Pause.
Right.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That can't be true.
What?
I'm just reading something. I'll put it in.
Charles Watts has said Reece James out on the pitch with the Chelsea players pre-match. That doesn't mean anything, to be fair.
Don't like Jem. You're looking stressed, mate. I don't like this.
Well, I just put it in the thing. If you look,
What?
I don't know. I'm confused.
No, I haven't got Discord on my.
So does that, okay, so does that mean does that mean that?
Yeah, I think Gusto. I just said it now. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna find out in a second. But I don't know if it's true. It's out now. The team lineups are out now. Just see it.
What? Q2? Oh, okay. I thought that was only for Premier League.
I've heard that Gusto's coming for the lap. So we have got Sanchez, Achapong, Chalobah, Fofana, Cucurella, Enzo, Andre Santos, Esteval, João Pedro, Neto, Guiu. The fuck did
Guiu's now playing.
What?
Guiu's now playing.
Why is Delap not starting?
Do you reckon that might have been a case of like pre-match warm-up or something? He's like felt something.
Oh, is Delap pulled up?
I don't know. I'm just assuming because that's usually what happens when a change to the lineup very close to it being officially announced.
So let's go to Guiu's playing. What the fuck? Mark Guiu is leading the line.
Is he tall or is he like short?
He's a pain in the arse. He's quite strong and he'll run his heart off.
He must have pulled up. He's not even in the squad, Delap.
Is James on the
wow.
bench? What's our bench? Yeah, this is a
Because
late
James is
change.
not on the bench.
James is on the bench. Oh, fuck. Our bench.
I think that's quite concerning
Our
that James
bench
isn't
is
even on the bench, personally.
absolutely- Our bench is pony.
Yeah.
It's absolutely pony for attack.
If I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be concerned that James isn't even on the bench because he didn't play at the weekend. You were telling me.
Yeah, Badiashile, Jorgensen, Tosin, Hato, Asugu. I mean,
I would start him over with you.
Oh, Cucurella's playing.
yeah, Cucurella's there, and Enzo and Santos, and fucking hell, what? I don't even know what to say.
You sent me the lineup and it didn't have Cucurella. 10 players.
Oh yeah, Cucurella.
I was like, where's the 11th player?
Yeah. Hi. Where's Hi Pies? Where is he? Is he in there?
Concern.
He was 6'1".
Where's Gittins? Well, there you go, guys.
Gittins not even either.
If we're to lay this out on our thing, Sanchez, just read it out. Sanchez, Cucurella, Chalobah, Fofana, Josh, Enzo, Santos, and then it's Esteval, João Pedro. Who's the other one? Neto, did we say?
Yeah, some
Neto and then
Neto on the
Guiu.
left.
So the only difference is Guiu, right? Basically. So it looks exactly, our team lineup, guys, looks exactly like this on paper, right? Is that
I
correct?
assume it's a 3 at the back. Oh,
Well,
no.
on the ball. You know?
Yeah.
That's the team lineup. Bench stinks. Guiu's up top. João Pedro. I am not confident at all.
I think Esteval is your player that you're looking for in terms of key moments.
Yeah, Guiu high. I mean, Guiu's got 8 goals in 9 games, mate. I told you. You
He's
cannot.
an informed striker.
Guiu is our most informed striker, mate. You know what I mean? If anyone's going to score, it's going to be Guiu. Guiu putting Gabriel on his ass would be absolutely beautiful, you know?
Offie, you're right there. There's your 2 billion squad.
That is. There's your 2 billion squad. Who said that? Yeah.
Offie 71.
How much is
Yeah.
that squad worth? That lineup, how much is that worth, do you reckon?
25, 75.
About 30 quid. No, we've got 2. Enzo and Cucurella, valuable. Fofana's, well, fuck knows. Neto, meh. Esteval's valuable. Santos is valuable.
I reckon
So,
it'll be over 450 or something, I reckon.
Yeah.
She.
We can't say Rostinha isn't going for it. Would you look at that, Matt, and go, "We're going for it"? When you look at that, I mean, he has put Guiu. I mean,
I think he's going for it with what he's got. It seems to me.
Yeah, I would agree with
I
that.
think he is going for it, but it's just because of who we've got injured. It's pretty.
Had he
similar
not
to
put
what we
João
predicted
Pedro in the
anyway,
10?
barring Delap.
Had he
So-
not put João Pedro in the 10 and he put Enzo Fernandez in the 10,
yeah,
I
I would
think-
prefer that.
yeah.
But we ain't got no midfielders, Matt. So we ain't got no choice. So
Got
we're having
no
to play.
Yeah.
No fans. Got no midfielders.
I mean, from your side of things, you've got a strong team, mate. Your team's solid.
Got a very strong team, which is why I said that I'm now not expected a win, but I'll be disappointed
No,
if
you
we
should.
don't get a
You should
win.
be.
Yeah, I
Expecting-
think you should be more confident. I mean,
Nah, because we played very strong against you at Stamford Bridge earlier on in the season, and you nearly beat us with 10 men. Like,
Yeah, Reece travelling but not being in the squad is.
it's just more. It must be a morale thing. I don't know.
and that can only mean that he's picked up something.
But
It's
I think
such a that's such a concern. I don't like
I
when
know,
they keep
yeah.
things quiet as well. Like it just makes me think. You know,
He was in training yesterday as well, which doesn't make any sense to me.
well, or they're seeing that the Prem is more of a focus now for us, and we need that. We need Reece more for that against.
That did
Brentford.
get briefed, to be fair. That did get briefed.
And by the looks of it, the late decision for Guiu to come in was, I think, because Delap's apparently picked up an injury. Apparently. So
He's- Even though
Normally,
he's so
club-
unlucky, boy.
Club
Yeah.
accounts normally confirm if they've been
Yeah.
withdrawn from an injury or like a knock.
yeah. Medical team is not allowing Reece to be played. True, maybe Racine is just now listening to the medical and not playing certain players and making them rest.
You wouldn't dare question now. So-
I think defensively it's not bad, is it? You know, we could defensively do all right. The midfield is I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Andre Santos and Enzo Fernandez they've got a big game between the two of them to really going in and making sure Rice doesn't dominate, Zubimendi doesn't dominate. I mean, Odegaard, he's going to be trying to find the pockets and stuff, which I expect him to do. You've got to close that space in behind.
Saka versus Kukurea once again.
Saka versus Kukurea again. That's going to be yellow card in the first
Good
2
battle.
minutes. Yeah, and then to be quite honest, we are when you look at us, we are set up on the attack because if we've got the pace on the wings to really just play the balls over the top and try and go for it. But it is Arsenal going to give us that space? Are they going to commit forward a lot of people? Are they going to 1-on-1 and try and win the ball off us higher? That will be the question. Or are they going to kind of do a bit of a we'll press, but we're also going to hold? Do you know what I mean? And not afford the space in behind, which could be probably the best way. I think
We're one player from being fully strength, and that would be Calafiori coming in, and you move Timber obviously to the right.
Yeah.
So we are basically full strength.
And it's funny because I was on Hussam's channel with another Arsenal fan, and he was telling me how he expects the second team to be played. He doesn't care about the Carabao Cup. We've got bigger fish to fry. Champions League, Premier League. We don't care about this. Chelsea care about it more than us. And then I see your manager saying the opposite thing. Basically, lineup. So
I think people underestimate how big of an impact on the squad it would be if we won the trophy. I don't think our fans realize what it would do to the players knowing that they've won something and then push on to win another trophy.
Timber versus Esteval will be an interesting one if he is left back.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to have
should
to
be
head
left
off now,
back.
everyone.
All right, Matt.
Right.
I'll see you later on, bro.
In a bit,
Take
mate,
care,
in a
man.
bit.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks, guys.
See you later, mate.
Why is my best right back playing left back today? Well, it's because you started Esteval. And Lewis Skelly has been a bit shaky over the past couple of weeks.
I remember when you guys were saying he was fucking the best left back in the league last year. Fucking hell.
In some aspects of stats, he was in terms of aerial duels won, fouls won, ground duels were winning. But at the end of the day, he's not a left back. He's a midfielder playing left back, and I think he's starting to get exposed now because the passes that he's wanting to make and that he does in training are getting intercepted because he's not a left back. And I think the quicker we move him into midfield, the better, really.
Yeah. Yeah, someone said he's shit there as well, Timber, apparently. So interesting. I don't know if they've seen him.
He's good at left back. He
Oh,
can
interesting.
put in a shift. He was playing left back when he played left back like last season.
Yeah, but who against? It might have
at
been
the
some
start
shit
of
thing.
Well, no, he was there because we didn't trust Lewis Skelly until like December time, but also because Calafiori was injured. So I think he played 2 or 3 months in that position. But yeah, it's not ideal.
I don't know how I feel about this game. I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be an interesting one.
I'm going for a 2-1 win.
Yeah,
Arsenal.
I said 2-1 Chelsea originally.
Yeah.
But then I don't know now. I have no clue. I don't know. I want to start.
I do love how our predictions have swayed completely from the lineup because I thought, we'd be getting a draw, and that would be like a good sort of result for us to take back to the Emirates.
Yeah, our bench is fully defensive, Toby. That's the problem. We haven't really got much ammunition, to be quite honest. Yeah, it's all sort of like if we got to go early somehow and we held it out and managed, and then I could see Racine maybe going a bit back 5 and making it hard for Arsenal to try and like get the win. That's the type of game I can see. Do you know what I mean? If we can get a goal early, of course. But I don't know, man. Arsenal are playing a very strong team as well. You know, it's going to be a good challenge for this team without Caicedo, James, Gusto, Palmer. You know, these are some real proper players that would have
key
really
players, very key players.
So, you know, Enzo Fernandez has got a big job today, in my opinion, as the leader, as the captain, as getting these, because you've got to look at that lineup. There is experience there, but there's a lot of inexperience there as well, and he really needs to get behind Guiu, Esteval, Santos, the young boys, Josh Achapong. He's got to get them up for it, You know what
really interests me, right, is why he's picked Gui instead of George, for example, because Mark Gui is a very pressing forward, and I think Rossignol watched the Portsmouth game, and he noticed how high Portsmouth were pressing us, and we struggled. And I think
that's really why it's gone with him, because he's going to tell Guiu just to press shit out of you. He might not be a threat from the attack, but he might be a threat in terms of like forcing you into a mistake, right? And you might make a mistake up.
Because otherwise, he surely would have gone George because he's the most experienced in terms of he's played more for Chelsea.
What this does confirm to me again, though, is that Rossini is picking players that play in that position, not playing players out of position. He's like playing players that play in that role. So again, Guiu is a striker, right? And he's playing him. He's not playing George, in a 10 or whatever. Like he's, João Pedro's in the 10. I think João Pedro's got to have a big game today. That's another player I'm looking at that's really got to like step up and, really try and help us. But we could cause problems when we get out to the wings, going forward. I can see Esteval having a good go at Timber and committing him, and that'll be a good battle, I think, between them two, because they'll go at each other. And I think Ben White and Neto, I think Ben White's quite comfortable there. Don't get me wrong. With Neto, he's just very, he's very hesitant. He's got to use his speed, I think, and try and get in behind White. That's what I would do, And Enzo's got a deep line between him and Santos. They've got to stop Rice and Zubimendi and Odegaard pressing them and break the lines quickly. Quick 1-2s between them. Try and get it in behind. And then we just got to pray from there, guys, really. Once it gets to our attack. Hopefully someone can step up and just get us a goal or two, That's what I'm hoping. But it's going to be interesting. I'd rather, what's this? We need energy. Yeah, we do need energy. I think this is the type of game where we do need energy. Don't get me wrong.
I think your fans are going to be quite key here as well, because I know that there's, a lot of stuff happening with the protest in the coming weeks. And obviously you're going to be chanced towards that. But I think there needs to be a level of balance with the chance in that you need to spur the team on, but also you obviously need to do the protest chance and that.
Yeah. I said Senegal will beat Egypt, and they're winning 1-0 apparently at the moment. Mane scores, so they're leading. Yeah. I think there's not much really else to say, to be honest. Other than score predictions, we both said what we think. I know you've got to go and get food. We've got an hour to the game. I'm going to go and sort myself out and get myself ready as well for this game, guys. We've done an hour and a half on the live. We'll be back for the match reaction tomorrow at some point. Make sure you're around for that one, and we'll talk about the game. I ain't going to say good luck because, let the best team win. It's probably the right thing to
Yeah.
say, right? What I'd say. Let the best team win tonight, and we'll see what happens up the Chelsea. Hopefully, we can make it happen. Hit the likes before you leave as well. Put a comment and let us know your score predictions as well. Follow everything, guys. Do all of that for us. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back shortly, and let's get over to Discord because we talk in the Discord. We go from here to the Discord, and that's where we all talk after this. So if you're not in the Discord, get yourself over there as well. I'm sure someone in the chat will put the link there for you to join as well. We've got like over 120 people in there now. We're growing and over there. So come and join us, and we'll see you soon, guys. Up the Chelsea, and we'll see you soon.